Hello, everybody. So, there's a question that has been going on my mind lately, and is that am I ready? Am I ready to move on in life and go to a different step and eventually, hopefully, upgrade my life? Because it could be bad, you know? Everything can go wrong, and that uncertainty of what is going to happen in the future keeps me up at night all the time because I love to be like safe, and in this specific situation, which is very, very important in my life, going to live in another country and study a new language, but like with little family there, almost nothing. So, starting from zero, that's the thing that I'm talking about. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. And I'm not ready to answer that question. Like, I will know if I was ready when I am there, stable, you know? When I am stable enough to stop and think. I can always stop and think, but it's confusing when you are going through that. It's easier to navigate through your feelings after, and also me emphasizing the confusion makes it easier to swallow all of those feelings, not letting it like bottle up, but just have a lot of patience with myself and hug myself in this new stage of my life. And it feels very surprising that I got to this point where I am a week away from leaving my country. But it is exciting also. It is very exciting. And I'm not sure that this makes sense, but I'm going to leave a place that actually holds a lot of memories. That is what scares me a little bit, which is I'm going to be in a whole brand new place where I will have to understand a lot of social dynamics and culture. And I know that there's people that can tell you, oh, they are good, they are bad, they're this, they're that. Like, you're never going to understand until you're fully there. What is your point on it? Because people can be good for once, but wait, I'm going to close the window. Okay, so people can be good for one person, but bad for other person. Everything is so relative, and I think that I am taking this as a probably investment in my future, in the future of art, of my art, which is a huge step because it's basically everything that I've ever thought of doing. And there's plenty of options, but you know that you have to choose that option. Otherwise, you will regret, which is something that I am more scared of than actually going to another country. I would hate to be right now in the same, I don't know, mental space that I was before deciding to go to another country. I wouldn't like to stay here, if that's the correct wording, because I want new places to learn new things. It's all about knowledge at the end of the day, and I'm very proud of that. Like, I'm not doing this because I have a boyfriend there or because that place is like where I have my friends or something like that. I like what I'm doing that for is for myself, and that is cute. That is cute. That makes me feel better and go through everything with a fresh mindset. And I know my mindset is going to change, as always, but I will try to not make it hurt, to make myself used to change and growth and to be successful with my art, with what I do, with everything that I do. I don't know why my hair is having a very, very bad day. Very, very bad day. It goes everywhere. But tell me, what day is good for my hair? I don't know. Sometimes it's good, you know? Like life. I'm scared of so many things, and at the same time, that doesn't stop me from doing things. I think that is the overall advice that I could give you guys. Don't let your feelings stop you from achieving your goals and making steps that are very hard and that are also uncomfortable. I have to learn so many things, and I haven't given myself the time to do so, which is the worst thing because I I'm planning on having a specific level of knowledge before going there, and I'm like a month away from going there and I don't know anything. So lack of discipline, I guess. Of course I'm going to learn the language there, but like it would be easier to have a higher knowledge, and it would make things like smoother. So I'm going to do that right now. And I've also been trying to fix my room and leave everything perfect. Horrible. Would never recommend leaving your home because leaving your room like perfect is not great. You have to pick and choose what you're going to leave in your room. I wouldn't necessarily leave anything here, to be honest, because there are a lot of things that I have that I don't use and that I won't use in another country. And this helps me simplify what I have on the table, if you know what I mean. Like, I know things hold a lot of memories. And when you get rid of those memories, like all the time, almost nostalgic, you can actually leave space for new things. And I think that is also a kind way of seeing this change. It's like I'm going to another country, I will have to fix my things and actually know how many stuff I can take there and what is more important and what is basic in my everyday. Not everything. I cannot take the like all my purses, or I can take my art. I will have to leave everything here. Of course, if you want one of my pieces of art, I will send you from here to your country or whatever you are. But that's the thing. I cannot take that with me. I can't take everything with me. I will have to simplify in order to amplify my life. And seeing some of the things that I have here really is nostalgic to think that I had, because I gave it to my sister. I had a folder with magazines that always had posters of One Direction. And I had like over 50 posters of One Direction. Interesting. And I love that. And it gave me good memories. But it's like that Melissa grew into this. And that Melissa would love to see me make the steps that take the steps that I'm taking right now. I think that is the comfort zone. That is the right way to cope with this type of change. And it makes me feel a lot more comfortable right now when you make things have a logic, because almost all the problems that you have that are existential are about purpose. So the more clear the purpose is, the better you are with coping change, you know? And I love that because you actually get to know yourself. You actually get to know the bottom of your feelings and where they come from and why are you feeling them in the first place. So yeah, I hope you can implement that in your life. To be honest, would highly recommend try anything and everything. I think we are in a stage of life where it is a very uncertain what is going to happen in the future, so you might as well do try new things, for your own growth of knowledge, because I think knowledge is the only thing that people cannot take away from you. Your brain, what you know, your conscience. Of course, they can take that away from you, but if you know what I mean. Like, if someone wants to only hurt you, they cannot hurt your knowledge, period. Love you so much. Please subscribe. I'm so glad that I got more than 1,000 followers. I haven't mentioned that. It's nice. Love you. Subscribe and give it a like, please, and comment what you think about this. Bye.